Right, welcome everybody to another episode of Chris and Dave's Reality TV Cast. I'm one of your hosts, Chris, and my co-host and very good friend is Dave.
Hey there, Chris, and hello to our listeners out there. Welcome to Chris and Dave's Reality TV Cast. We are covering Love Island Season 10, Episode 2. Chris, Episode 2. Where would you like to start today?
Well. Here we are again. Good to speak to you, Dave. I feel like I've gone forward in time, back in time, wherever we are, we're on episode 2 and it feels marvellous. And again, the bat signal was thrown up and within 0.4 seconds, it got a reply. You had a reply. So here we are, not doing it daily, but there we go. No, and I didn't think we were going to be doing a podcast today. It's just purely our diaries have aligned because I'll be honest with you, Dave, not a lot happened in episode 2, if I'm being completely honest. I thought it was a very slow episode for the second one of this new series.
Yeah, but I mean, it's pretty much for form, isn't it? Again, I just think it's very rare in that first week to get anything really juicy. I mean, I think there were a couple of moments in this one, but I think it was generally not a great episode. Although, Chris, I do find my mind wandering back to season 9, Winter Love Island, just gone, almost feels like last week. And we got about 2 good episodes in 50 odd. So I'm actually, it's disguised. The optimism is disguised in all of that because I'm saying, well, it's going to be better than Winter Love Island, and I just think we're going to have to clench and kind of get through this week one. Just so we get to know some of the characters. Again, I said it yesterday, but I don't like this thing where the public get to vote what the couples are. Let them make the decision. Let them live with their decision and either be loyal or not loyal based on that. And so, yeah, I think we just have to, for the next few days, kind of ride this one through.
Yeah. No, I agree. And that's a very good point, Dave. I keep forgetting about it took weeks and weeks. I didn't mention it on the show, but I think it took longer than 3 weeks. I think I was being a bit...
It's basically coming back from Casa Amor was the one great episode, wasn't it?
The one where we both said, I can't wait to talk about. You're right, Dave. So this episode, we've got Zachariah. And he's playing the field, Dave. He's got a massive decision to make at the end of it, hasn't he? Which will go into the next episode. And I do love the fact... I know, yeah.
Oh, my God. How am I going to split up one of these long-standing one-day relationships?
But we've seen it, haven't we? When they get the defensive. You get the defensive. But look, I don't think he's got a lot about him, you know, Dave. I don't rate his chat at all. He's a tall guy, basketball player. And I think, you know, obviously, a couple of girls say, well, oh, yeah, he's got something about him. But it's like one of them, and when someone new comes in, the guys do it, the girls do it. It's like it's like the Emperor's New Clothes. It's like, oh, who's this new shiny thing that's coming there? Let's go and see. And they all, attract to them. There's a way of them coupling up. And yeah, I don't know. I just think I didn't buy anything that he was selling at the moment. He could be a great character. He could be a great contestant on Love Island. But for me, he didn't do enough. I don't think he's got a lot of charisma about him at the moment.
No, he's basically tall, isn't he? That's it. That's his game.
He's got long arms.
And tall. Yeah, he's got long arms as well. Perfect match. So, yeah, he just seems to have nothing at all in like all of the chats. I mean, to be fair, I guess we said that a little bit about Tom. He was sort of dull as dishwater as well, wasn't he? But like all the girls swooned over him. So I don't know. I've not seen enough of him yet. But when he was having the chats, he seemed to keep his cards very close to his chest, and I think that's one of the things that makes it, you know, a little bit dull, especially in this first week, because they've all got their guard up so much. They've all seen so many seasons of this thing, not only in the UK, they've seen the US ones, they've seen the Australian ones, they've got their tactics. They know, you know, what are they going to do when they go in there? You know, they all say the same thing, don't they? Oh, yeah, well, we've got to get to know everyone. And it's when they start to form those bonds. And when they get a little bit tired and a little bit cranky before bedtime, that's when the mask starts to slip.
Yeah, and I think actually, Dave, there was a line Zach said. I think you're right, actually, because Zach was asked by one of the guys, so who'd you like? And he was like, telling you. I was like, you know what? Fair play. Because he didn't give anything away, did he? He didn't want to reveal any secrets or who was going to pick. I mean, who would you say, Dave, out of the girls that he sort of, chatted to? There was anything there between them? Maybe Ella. I think possibly they had a little bit of a connection, but I wouldn't say all the others was that he'd seen that into them. Whether they were with him, I don't know.
Chris, I saw the square root of fuck all between him and anyone. I mean, he has to make a decision at the end there, doesn't he? But I just didn't see any chemistry at all. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe make a bold prediction and say he's not going to be in there that long.
Possibly, yeah. One of them specials, a 48-hour special, Dave. But also, I think you say about chemistry. Ty and Jess, they seem to have a bit of chemistry. They were talking later on, weren't they? It seems like a nice connection, bit giggling, bit of flirting, hair twirling, all that stuff, Dave. So obviously they're not together, but yeah, it seemed like they seem pretty okay with each other. So maybe that's going to be a new couple because she's already said she doesn't like George already. So, and he's tall, Dave, with long arms. So that's something to watch. I think maybe when it comes to recoupling, we may see them two get together.
Yeah, but I don't know, Ty, he's not short of confidence, is he? He's like everything about him, he's got plenty of confidence. And so I can't see Ty sort of sticking to one person for longer than 5 minutes. So, we'll see. But there was definitely chemistry there. I think, Jess is kind of... She's looking to get to know everyone as well. So, yeah, maybe let's watch that, that particular couple, see if anything bubbles up there. But, yeah, long term, no chance.
No, that's true, Dave. Now, Dave, what about the game? What about the game? Game again. and it was like, Sam actually named this. I'm stealing this from Sam, but she said, like, the excuses to win the game or like to pick who it was and do the kissing thing. It's like somehow to take a break. They were just like, they were all like so watered down. Like, like usually it's like, oh yeah, I had a bloody fivesome and blah, 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 whatever. There was just, the best we got was Mehdi saying that he basically got with a mother and a daughter on the same night. He flirted with him. It's like, wow, that is amazing, Mehdi. Unbelievable. So I don't know. I just found that all of it was so inoffensive and just like, don't fucking care. Boys and girls, Dave, it was really, really poor, I thought.
Yeah, it wasn't great, was it? I mean, yeah, that Mehdi story, I don't want to think too deeply about that. It's just wrong. But I tell you who my beady little eye is on, Chris. I said about Mitch and that my... radar was up on him. Or what is the Castlemorian equivalent? I can't remember. The sonar, was it? It was something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, I should know really, shouldn't I? But so Mitch, there's something off about him. I just find him full of shit by some of the things that he says. And when it came out that who's been seeing who was seeing 3 women at the same time. And then it came out that it was him. And it was like, oh, yeah, but it was ages ago, wasn't it? It's like 7 months ago now. I'm a different person. He had a right face on him. He's really like not happy at being called out. Molly didn't like that at all. So, again, I just find there's something off. I think Mitch is a bit of a faker. I think he's proper fake nice guy, he is.
Yeah, and I don't think it helps his case when Jess snogged him, Dave, and he was a little bit of some of that. Molly was trying to be okay. Like you said, we'll be together a day, and Molly was there, like a little green-eyed monster was coming out then day. It's like, hey, that's my guy, sort of thing. So I think you're right. I think he's going to be a player. I think he's going to do whatever he wants to stay in the Villa at the moment. He could be a good guy, but from my opinion on him has changed already by this because there's just something slightly off about him.
Yeah, definitely. Although shit comment of the whole game award didn't go to him. I felt it went to Ty. So what was it that led up to it? Something like he stopped counting when he got up to 100 or something like
100.
that. People who he'd slept with, and then he should have just, at times, Chris, just keep your fucking gob shut. I mean, neither of you or I have fucking learned that lesson. However, when you're on Love Island, when you're on reality TV, fucking national TV, sometimes it's best to just keep your gob shut. And I thought, saying pulling and shagging, fucking, he could not have said anything worse. Chris, if he'd have laid a massive fart or something, I don't think the girls' faces could have got any more sour.
No, Ellie even said it, didn't she? She just said, I don't like that. That was it. Like, he's trying to be funny with the guys in here and all that. But, like, if he's got any chance with any of the girls, that's not the way you do it, Dave, is it? And also, he's in his VT, they've obviously asked him questions like how many people he slept with. And he's wears that as a badge of honor over 100. But in this sort of context, Dave, we've had this before. Who was one of the contestants last year? Was the same one of the guys. It was the same thing where they slept with like numerous girls, and it's like just makes them come off as like proper desperate. I think more than anything. I don't think it's a badge of honor, Dave. Not like that. I know that I know the roles are reversed. So if that was a girl, it's completely wrong the way they're judged on that. Where if it's a guy, it's like, oh, pat on the back. But I don't think it is. I think it's not a good look. If I'm being honest. You've obviously, there's some sort of trust issue there. There's something going on.
Yeah, but it kind of is with the bros, isn't it? It's like, oh yeah, pulling and shagging, oi oi oi. You know what I mean? It's like fucking bro culture. It's like it is shit. The optics of it are crap, and so I think, I don't know how far he'll go, but he'll have to do some serious backpedaling, and I don't know if he's got the game for it.
No, and I think you're right. He's doing me head in now. People are going to be screaming at this. There was someone who said they had slept with hundreds of girls in the last series.
Was it last series, or wasn't it that
last year,
Manchester bloke? A couple of 2 or 3 series ago, was it Callum or something?
I'm not sure.
Callum, the one who was with Shauna.
Yeah. It might be. I can't bloody remember. There was somebody who was boasting about it one day. And I think you said at the time, like, how have you kept count? Have you got a little book we write it down in? How do you know?
Yeah, was it? But it was something daft, like 500 or something, wasn't it?
Something ridiculous. Yeah, it was ridiculous. It was a real random one.
It's the usual. We used to take the piss out of The Bachelor, right? For having this kind of vocabulary, this list of phrases, this little book of Bachelor phrases. But Love Island's kind of got the same, hasn't it? And, if you go in there and say, oh, yeah, I've been single for ages, or I've never really been in a relationship. Oh, by the way, I've slept with over 100 people or stopped counting over 100. It's like, it's one of those stock things that they seem to say now.
Yeah, it is. It's like, my type on paper, Dave, and all that nonsense. Yeah. It's just an age thing as well, isn't it? We laugh about it and say, like, we're 2 middle-aged guys. So it's like the dialogue and the way the world is doesn't work. You think, what's bad, Dave, as you get older, I'm sure everyone listens the same, but you still think that you're pretty cool, or you're up in you know what you do, you feel like you're up with the trends, don't you? Like, what's
hip.
going on.
I'm hip. I'm cool.
Yeah. No, but just what I mean, it's the point, isn't it? Like, we're at that point where it dawns on you going, oh, fuck, there's another generation, probably 2 generations to what, to us getting back to being 20 years old. And you think you know what's going on, the trends. It's like, no, you don't. Yeah. You don't.
Hey, Chris, do you want some flaming Zambucas? No, but I'll have a cup of tea, thanks.
Yeah. I don't want a hangover tomorrow, you know what I mean? It's true, though, isn't it? There's a point where you're just like, no, it's just not. So I think that obviously, as they become more into this, obviously as we get older, we're like, I'm even about 4 or 5 series into Love Island. I think that's what it is. It's like, oh, we're getting older. I'm probably more miserable, Dave, than when we first started the podcast. But yeah, brilliant.
I think there's a bit of that as well. I kind of feel like that with the nonsense small talk. like this small talk, flirty chat. I'm just like, oh, fucking hell. It's just so dull to me. I just get bored of it very quickly.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? And what do you think, Dave, Zachy's going to do? Who's he going to pick?
Well, I had it in my head there was a cliffhanger in the end, but no, he picked Catherine, didn't he?
Yeah.
Right at the end there.
Yeah.
I think I might have been half asleep while he chose her. But yeah, so when we were talking before, I was saying, oh yeah, there's a cliffhanger. We don't know who he picked, but he did. He picked Catherine.
Yeah, fair enough. And then obviously, Dave, we've got a new bombshell coming in, Dave. We have Whitney, who's coming in to be, I quote, that girl, Dave. She's coming in to steal some hearts today on today's episode. So I've not seen the VT for her. I've just seen a picture on the Love Island social stuff, but that'll be interesting.
I don't think we need to see the VT, do we? She's going to come in, she's going to ruffle some feathers, she's going to step on some toes.
And when she says that, she does nothing, Dave. The girls just stood on the balcony, all getting jealous, and they're all like, oh, what's she doing? What's she doing? And then she'll have a date with a couple of them, won't she? Or maybe won't. Maybe she won't. Maybe she'll be like Zachariah and she just come straight in, Dave. But when you get the ones later on, the guy, I'm not just calling the girls that, the guys do the same thing. They'll get on the balcony getting dead fucking jealous, don't they? It's like, oh, what are they saying? What are they saying? Who've they picked? I mean, the best one I've ever seen, ever in all of Love Island, we're going back a few years now, is Teddy on series 1 of Australia when Ethan and Erin, and he picked Erin and recoupled with her. He was fuming. Mr. Gearhead was fuming, wasn't he, Dave? I'd never forget that. Teddy was such a good guy, and he got absolutely slated for that, didn't he? But he was a top guy, Teddy, as well, whereas Ethan was a knobhead. So, yeah, that was.
We don't see risks like that anymore, do we? We don't see someone coming in and truly just not giving a fuck and going for it.
Yeah, and that's true.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get some of that this season, but. Yeah. They're all so meta aware of the show and the social media and how it's going to come across and everything. I think it might be another bland one, Chris. But I'm prepared to be wrong. But this was a bit of a drop off this episode, wasn't it?
It was, but not a drop off speaking to you, David, which is always fun.
No, unexpectedly. Like I say, it's like brownie emotion. So occasionally, the light comes through. It's like, right. Have you got 15 minutes? Right, let's go.
Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. No, well, thank you, mate. And thank you, everyone. We've had some great chats over on Facebook. The Chris and Dave's Reality TV cast. Come and join us over there. It really is some good conversations. And that chat feature, the messenger chat feature on Facebook's great for spoilers, people talking about the episodes. Everyone's been dead respectful. There's not a lot of stuff on the front page regarding the episodes. And if it is, Charlene always buries it in the little nest for the actual show notes. And obviously all the episodes are posted on there. So big thanks to Charlene as well. So great stuff. If you want to email us, come on, guys, get your emails in, cdrealitycast@gmail.com. Going to follow us on social media @cdrealitycast. And as always, if you want to support us a bit more, get over to patreon.com/cdrealitycast. So roll call of honor is Larissa, Helen, Alex, Macy, Nicola, Emma, Fiona, Cassie, Megan, Kate, Maggie, Zoe, Gillian, Keith, Helen, Brianna, Chloe, Neve, Noreen, Joanna, Libby, Katie, Dee Dee, Susan, Lauren, Lucky Lulu Green, and Ken Gustafson. So thank you so much, guys, for all your support. It's really, really good here.
That's awesome. And I didn't hear if you announced it or not, or prompted. If you could and you haven't already, get over to Apple Podcasts or Spotify or whatever you listen to your podcasts on and drop us a 5-star review or whatever you think we're worthy of. And that'd be great. And that just helps us to get up the charts and kind of get out there to more listeners. And if it's very offensive, we're reading it out, Dave. If it's a 1 out of 5, it's got to be read out. They are the best ones. We love all of them. Obviously, the complimentary ones are amazing. But when we get a real bad one calling us out, you've got to read them out. It's a badge of honor. It's brilliant. Well, I think the perfect combination is 5-star review and something that starts like, you pair of dicks are
or Bella and so
right off, or whatever. So slate us in the text. Chat GPT isn't quite that sophisticated yet, so I think it's, as far as Apple Podcasts is concerned anyway, it's more the stars it focuses on. But slate us away in the text.
Yeah, definitely. But no, thank you, mate, and thank you everyone for listening again. And the Daily Not podcast will be back when we've got a bit of free time.
Awesome. Thank you very much, sir. Thanks to everyone out there for listening. Thanks to all our supporters, and we'll speak to you next time.
Bye.